Chapter 785. Stop crying, Mom. I have reasons that I can tell you, Jean comforted. Yolanda shoved Jean aside. She cried and shook her head, saying, I didn't expect this. I can't believe you're this ruthless. I'll tell your brothers to exile you from the family once they get here. You ungrateful brat. Mom. It's not what you think. Jean felt troubled, but he had to keep it a secret from his mother if he wanted to find the person who placed the curse. He knew that his mother would not believe him once her mind was set. Why would she believe that her two favorite sons were the culprits behind my father's illness? He pondered. She would surely tell his brothers about it. Once that happens, his brothers would be prepared and cautious. That could ruin their plan. His brothers were the most suspicious. He did not know how to explain himself to his mother. Wilbur spoke slowly at that moment. It's all right. Just wait until your brothers arrive. Have a seat. Jean was helpless. He sat back down next to Wilbur. Yolanda cried even harder. She looked at Jean and said, Wow. I can't believe you're listening to an outsider instead. You're such a disappointment. I should have never given birth to you. Jean was deeply hurt by that remark. He knew that he was a disappointment to his mother, and his brothers were very competitive. They competed with each other in Xander Corp, and they each had their strengths. Their father was also very troubled by that. He did not want to be involved in family drama, so he chose to take on a minor job in the company. However, that was incompetence in his mother's eyes. He endured it for the sake of harmony in his family. He endured the disrespect from his family. However, he could not believe that his mother said she wanted to exile him from the family. That truly hurt him. His eyes turned red with tears. Suddenly, footsteps could be heard from beyond the door. A middle-aged man walked in slowly with an older man. The middle-aged man seemed like one of Jean's brothers. The old man behind him had a wide beard grew to his chest. He had a baby face with a healthy skin tone. He looked old, but youthful at the same time. He glanced at Jean as soon as he walked in. After that, he also glanced at Wilbur, and then Yolanda. Jameson, you're finally here. Look at what your brother did. I can't believe he listened to an outsider, and he took your father out of the hospital. He wants your father to die. Yolanda immediately cried and complained to Jameson Xander. Jameson was the middle child. He said coldly, Don't worry, Mom. Whoever dares to scheme against the family is our enemy, and I won't show him any mercy. Then, he slowly sat next to Yolanda while comforting her. He sized up Wilbur at the same time with a cold gaze. Who are you? Why are you here? Jameson asked coldly. Wilbur replied nonchalantly, I'm the bodyguard Mr. Xander hired. Oh yeah. Isn't it inappropriate for you to sit next to your employer? Asked Jameson coldly. Jean said, It doesn't matter, Jameson. Let's just wait for our brother to arrive. I'd like to discuss matters about our father and Xander Corp. Since when did you care about Xander Corp? It appears that you finally want a slice of cake after our father fell ill, huh? Asked Jameson coldly. Jean frowned and replied, That's not what I had in mind, Jameson. Yolanda questioned him loudly. Oh, really? Tell us then. Why did you take your father out of the hospital and call for a family meeting with an outsider here? Also, where is the golden crown? Is the golden crown missing? Asked Jameson in a shocked tone. Yolanda cried and replied, This ungrateful brat came by the house a few days ago, and the golden crown went missing. That's a priceless heirloom from your grandfather. Jean, how dare you steal our family heirloom? Yelled Jameson as he stood abruptly and glared at Jean.